Welcome back to the CS Podcast. I'm your host, Chris Shanafel, and I am now joined by 2014 NFL Draft prospect, quarterback out of Northern Colorado, Seth Lobato. Thanks for joining the show, Seth. How's it going?
Thanks for having me. Doing well.
Hey, it's a pleasure. So I'm going to get started. We're going to talk about your football career. And in high school, I see you threw for a school record 5,944 yards and 58 touchdown passes. Now, you decided to attend the University of Colorado, where you would redshirt your first year there, and then transfer to the University of Northern Colorado. Why did you feel that this was the best move for you?
It was just at the time, things didn't pan out at the University of Colorado, and wanted to look for another opportunity to continue playing quarterback, and Northern Colorado was that place.
And I see at your first year at Northern Colorado, you played in only 4 games, but you're able to throw your very first college football touchdown. Any chance you could tell us more about that and tell us how you're feeling after that play?
Yeah, so it was played at Michigan State, actually, and it was a pretty live atmosphere for a young guy, and just got in the game and trying to make the most of my opportunities, and ended up throwing a touchdown, and was pretty excited about that, and I was pretty happy about it.
In 2011, you went on to start 10 of 11 games, and you threw for over 2,400 yards, 17 touchdowns. But in the season finale, you played wide receiver, so Dylan Orms can get the start at quarterback in his final game. How'd that work out for you?
Yeah, it was just for the first series of the game there, and just Dylan had paid his dues there, and definitely felt that he deserved that opportunity.
So it looks like if quarterback doesn't work out for some reason in the pros, you could move to wide receiver, huh?
Well, haven't really practiced a whole lot of route running and stuff, and I definitely feel confident in my abilities that quarterback's gonna be the position for myself.
Well, in 2012, people knew who you were. I think this was the season where they began to expect a lot out of you. They knew that Seth Lobato was the starting quarterback for a reason, and you were named to the Big Sky All-Academic team. Also, an honorable mention for All-Conference selection, as you threw for over 2,700 yards, 22 touchdowns, 3 of them being rushing touchdowns, and you completed a career-best 58.3% of your passes. With all that being said, with the great season that you had in 2012, what were your expectations entering this past season, the 2013 season, Seth?
We had high expectations. We had a lot of guys coming back for our team, and we were poised to break out onto the scene, if you will. And it's hard to win games in college football week in and week out, and things have to align correctly in order to come up with the W. And unfortunately, this year, we weren't able to string together, a couple wins in a row there.
Now, I see you actually started in 10 of the 12 total games this past season. I believe it was due to injury that you missed those 2 games. Is that right?
Correct.
Can you give us more information about this injury and how you're feeling now?
It was just a mild shoulder separation. Rehabbed hard to get back to try to help my team, and got back 2 games later and tried to help my team. And as of right now, there's no ill effects of my shoulder, and it's as strong as it's ever been.
You threw for over 2,700 yards, 16 touchdowns, and 13 interceptions. Now, the Northern Colorado Bears won their first game of the season, 31-10 against Langston. And like you said, unfortunately, you guys lost. You guys went on to lose every single game after that, ending the season 1-11. Now, I know it's pretty disappointing, and I gotta think it's even more disappointing being the starting quarterback of that team. But Seth, how would you describe not only this past season, but the entire 4 years that you spent in Northern Colorado?
It's been a grind. It's been a struggle, but I can't say enough about the players and coaches that I played with. Just being prepared week in and week out and bringing the same intensity and enthusiasm to practice and games. Just like I mentioned earlier, it's tough to win games on a week in and week out basis, and and our team was definitely prepared for those games, and we just were on the wrong side of that.
Who has been who or what has been your biggest inspiration throughout the ups and downs of your college football career, Seth?
Definitely just my family having my support, and just believing in me and picking me up when I have a down day, or keeping me grounded if I have a great day. And I just can't say enough about my family, and also just the coaching staff that I was able to work with, and they developed me as a quarterback, and also just the community around Northern Colorado, just always lending support. In the tough times, we didn't post the great win-loss record, but they're great fans around Northern Colorado, and I'm very grateful for that.
What has been the most memorable play of your college football career?
Most memorable play? I would say, just thinking about it, there's a couple games that stick out in my mind. Last year, playing against Weber State, it was in the first half, it was like whiteout conditions, and you didn't hardly see some of the receivers down the field. And then, we came out, played pretty well that game, and came out in the second half, and it was like you were playing in two different games. The sun was shining, and there was not a cloud in the sky, and we ended up winning that game, and just very. That game was pretty memorable, just the way that it went down, and had a pretty big day myself, and we ended up getting a W.
All right, Seth. Now you're 6'6", about 220, 225, somewhere in between there, correct?
Yeah, about 6'6", 225, 230 in that range.
Now, when I list that height, the first quarterback I think of is the backup quarterback for the Denver Broncos, Brock Osweiler. I mean, he's another big quarterback, and now he may or may not be the question to this answer. I mean, he did have a very successful college career at Arizona State, but if you would compare yourself to a player currently playing in the NFL today, who do you think that would be and why?
I'd have to actually compare myself to Nick Foles. We have a similar build, and his game, I see a lot of elements in his game that I have in my game, and it'd be easy to say Peyton Manning or Tom Brady, but I'm shooting towards that as a goal to try to get on their level. But I'd say Nick Foles definitely.
Hey man, he had a hell of a year this year. I mean, if you were to tell me before the season started that he would be a Pro Bowler, I would not believe you. I mean, he definitely balled out and helped that Eagles team big time this season. And my next question for you, Seth, is let's say there's an NFL general manager out there listening to this interview for some reason. Why should they want Seth Lobato, quarterback out of the University of Northern Colorado, on their team?
Bring strong character in on the field and off the field. Going to do things the right way. Going to bring a work ethic every day, and going to represent the organization to the best of my ability, on and off the field. You never know who's watching you, and you always have to do the right things.
Now I know you've been working out with Lauren Landau, the same guy that's trained Kyle Orton, Tim Tebow, and Colin Klein. How's that going? How's training going, man?
Training's been awesome. I've been there 2 weeks now, and really love what Lauren's doing with me.
All right, man. How excited are you for the 2014 NFL Draft? I know it's got to be an exciting process, getting ready for your pro day. How excited are you, and how confident are you that you'll be hearing your name getting called up to the podium?
I'm very thrilled for the experience and the opportunity to continue pursuing my dream. And, I'm just going to continue to work hard and let the chips fall where they may. And, I'm pretty confident with my abilities and definitely feel that, there's a team out there that's going to like what I do as well.
All right, last and final question for you, Seth, and that is, now I know the season just ended not too long ago, but have you even been able to think that the next time you suit up for a football game, that chances are it'll be for an NFL team? Have you even thought about that?
Not too much. I'm just keeping a narrow focus on my training and trying to take it day by day and just improve each day and win the day and just continue to get better as a quarterback and when that happens I'll be happy about that.
Seth, I'm certainly wishing you nothing but the best of luck. I certainly hope we could keep in touch. Now, before I let you go, is there anything you'd like to say to myself and our listeners?
No, just thank you for having me, and I hope you have a good one.
All right, thanks, man. You too. Take care.